My opponent does not know what's about to happen here. I'm gonna use Painful Spoons, and I'm gonna move 2 damage counters off of this Sableye onto this Comfy, and then I'm going. Alright, let me. I have this right. I'm not totally. I'm not. I'm going to use Thorton to knock out my own active Pokemon to put my opponent down to 4 prizes, thus activating my reversal energy. Oh, this is going to be one of those moments in Pokemon history. We'll remember this for decades. Here we go. Greatest. Why don't we do this twice? This is the intro. We don't want to do this twice. Why should we have to do this twice? I'm going to get another Zorua down just for the memes. And then, I mean, I could use Artazon, but who cares? I'm just that excited. We will use high voltage current. Oh man, that is one beautiful attack. 3 prize cards. Take that, Lost Box. Jet energy in here. And then, how about another one? 3 more prizes. 6 prizes in 2 turns. Zoroark, you're so special. Zoroark is one of those decks that always seems so amazing on paper. Unfortunately though, Pokemon cards are played on a table most of the time, or on a computer or something, not actually up on paper. So thus we never see Zoroark doing well. But it actually seems kind of decent in this current meta. You should be good into like Gardevoir, into Chin-Pao, into Miraidon. We won't talk about Lost Box. You'll see in the list here we have like Electivire into the Braviary as like a way to get around it with the Canceling Cologne and stuff. Is it enough? Probably not. Is it basic? Probably cope? Yes, 100%. But like, I wanted to play Zoroark today. The deck beats everything, aside from Lost Box. But it beats everything. So that's precisely what we're doing today. We are just going to beat everything on the ladder that we face. Always a good day to play Zoroark. But of course, if you looked at his hand, you wouldn't necessarily think Zoroark. Lucky we are getting mulligans that we are up against Gardevoir, which shouldn't be too bad of a matchup. Yeah, hopefully we can find just some actually good cards. Those do not count as actually good cards. I might just going first. I'm gonna probably need to top deck an Iono to like really get moving here. The good news is like being a solely single prize deck, I don't have to get going super quickly to stay in these games. Gardevoir can function like a single prize deck for most of the game, so it is sort of difficult to we don't know I'm getting too far behind against it. We get a couple rolls down on the first turn, and at least we can get a Kirlia, like start using refinement, get rid of some potentially good attackers. Like at least at least we're not just like opening like our Radiant Alakazam or something and just being like draw pass. Like okay, so Zorua also is a pretty good top deck, so at least we could be attacking with something next turn. After that, there's like really nothing, but it's okay. The good news is my opponent isn't playing it. Like, they play Radiant Greninja, but they can attack with it, and they also do not have, like, a stellar first turn themselves. Like, if they want to get a Cresselia snipe this turn on my Zorua, they'd have to have pretty much the nuts with, like, 1 refinement, have a Candy Guardy. Normally, concealed cards out reversal energy would be a pretty big deal, but, like, they're not stressed about hitting for enough damage against me. Like, they get 3 energies in the discard pile, and that's pretty much enough for the entire game. If I was going back into me, so that means there is no attack this turn. So I'm not exactly in a position to attack myself, but like at least they're not like applying pressure on me and forcing me to do things I don't want to have to do. They're getting their Ralts down. Honestly, using Braviary would be super good this turn if I can get there. Artazon off the top. I'm actually going to wait because I might just go sit back and Basculin this turn. But also, this could be a Zorua, just depending on how this fares. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, grab the Basculin, I think, and just we'll probably end up using Gather the Crew. I mean, yes, we are gonna be using Gather the Crew here. I can get down another Ralts. I can get down another Zorua. I just want to be able to get all my guys set up. We can get a couple refinements going. I just wanted to be able to retreat first there. That's an interesting hand for sure. I still think I probably use the Iono and just dig a little bit deeper. I'm not gonna mention Zorua because I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, honestly. I'm always pressing Gather the Crew. Alright, well, I can evolve this just to put it out of range of something like a Cresselia Snipe. I mean, he doesn't matter a whole lot when I'm just, yeah, gathering the crew. We have the other Kirlia deck, so I do really want to prioritize card draw early on. But just so we can get through the deck and just make it so we're, like, by the time we're getting Iono played on us late in the game, we have all our attackers down, and pretty much the deck is just straight energy cards. Or like, yeah, just energy is just boss that we need to close the game. Arezu is really awesome because we have the Kirlias already established, so Arezu can just cherry pick all our best attackers. I suppose if I were smart, I would have prize checked and be like, oh yeah, we don't have so-and-so attacker for this matchup. That's kind of awkward. It would have been really sick to go for like the early Braviary and then be like, go with like Braviary Electivire. Braviary is not going to be super good though, like with Cresselia now existing. But like with how Gardevoir has to damage itself sometimes, Electivire and Braviary can be alternate ways to like take prize cards. One thing that could be kind of cool is like Reversal Energy Mightyena one-shots Gardevoir. Flapple can do a lot of damage if they have all ability Pokemon in play. Temple of Sinnoh though, oh my goodness. Well, hopefully our other Artazon is not prized, or we could just be scooping. That's awful. Like, we can't even jet out of this. No way. Alright. Everything is okay. I'm assuming that Zorua is getting sniped. Can I like check your discard pile, please? They haven't done anything super like amazing. Like card draw wise, it's just losing the. I guess you like kind of you like worker in here. There's like different stuff you could do. The other Artazon in there. Okay, we're not just totally dead in the water. I'm gonna get the other Kirlia. I'm going to get who else do we like really want this turn? Our ideal attacker is probably like it's a Titan. I guess we'll just go ahead and get those three down. No, a Flapple's our ideal attack. What am I thinking? We can like go Jet Flapple and be in a good spot. Like if we're like hopefully we're finding Artazon this turn. Like we can get our guys down. I can put Mightyena down. I can put the Clefable down. Still, I'm just not finding Artazon, so that is a little bit scary. Alright, we just did not find it this turn, so that just means we will gather the crew once again. Frustrating, but it's okay. We can still work around this. The Clefable is like pretty cool because like I guess is like has nice synergy, like potentially like Radiant Alakazam. We could use it to like take an extra prize on like a Mew or something. We can still probably go 2-2-2 and like win this game in 3 turns if things break right. Just if there's more than one copy of Temple of Sinnoh, we'll be screwed. Like the good news is Gardevoir is usually playing 1 Temple at most. You still rarely see this card. Of course, the one time we do happen to face up against it's like when I'm playing Zorua box, like that's like really hindered by it. I'm not super upset about the Iono. Like I lose the Jet Energy, but it pushes me closer to my Artazon. We found the Jet Energy again, and like we're okay. Like if we could go boss Mightyena, kill Guardy, that'd be ideal. They can't use Moonglow again because they just like don't have the energies down. So maybe just going for a Lunar Blast. I don't think that's too bad of a call for my opponents. So my goal this turn is just to one-shot that Gardevoir with the Mightyena. So I'm like not like I could use Buddy Catch and like supposedly thin a card out, but I'm shuffling so many more bad cards into circulation that I want to use all my refinements before I use Buddy Catch this turn. I might not even use Buddy Catch at all. We'll see. I still think I like to keep the Gallade. Like I have Nest Ball to discard. Like if I miss this turn, bruh. I guess I can still use Flapple at the very worst here. I think I'm getting rid of the Gallade, honestly. Wow, we just have like he's just like missing lots of good cards. So Phantom Transformation, we can go ahead and Press Acidic Mucus. Like, we could play ball. What the heck? I already selected you once. The game's like, are you sure, buddy? Do you really want to pick this guy? Evolve. And we use Acidic Mucus for the knockout. Like, I could use Boss, but I don't really need to. I'm going to save my Boss to hopefully be getting 2 prize cards out of it. So, yeah. If we miss it next turn, like, there's a reason I didn't play Level Ball to Thin. Like, I wanted the 6 refinements next turn, and, like, we should be pretty close to guaranteed finding it. Like, we're gonna have to start getting some Zoruas back, some Zoroarks. I need 3 more attacks to win. My opponent needs 4. So, it's gonna be a tough one. Especially when we're getting Iono spam, but we're definitely still in here. Like, especially when, like, Clefable can go over here and take an extra prize. We have Mightyena that can just straight up one-hit you. We have the Mightyena play all lined up. If my opponent's just does not, or as long as we can find Artazon. If my opponent's playing double tempo, like, I suppose we're just losing. Like, assume we lose and we're not really mad about it, because, like, it's just a ladder moment where, like, bro over here is just sick and tired of facing Lugia and losing to it. And, like, in reality, Lugia is on the downward trend, so, like, tempo is becoming less relevant of a card to play. It's okay. I'm not salty about it or anything. So I'm not thinning. Like I said, I want to draw the Artazon. There we go. So then I'm going to Nest Ball, get down the Radiant Alakazam, I think. I will just, we can thin out Manaphy. Like, finally now thinning is good. after all this time. Thinning is finally okay, so we can get rid of the Manaphy. I don't really care to, I still probably should use Refinement. I guess with Artazon in play, like Nest Ball, find a discard, I think. Alright, let's just go ahead and Bam Transformation, go into the Mightyena. And usually Mightyena is like only a card that we like think about in the Mew matchup because you can attack for free against that. But it also has some utility against Gardevoir with having that weakness. 160 damage is pretty much like a golden number with weakness 320. I'm like not gonna tip my hand though to this Alakazam play. I mean they kind of know already. Like yeah. What are they gonna do? Like play Path and turn it off? Like no, it's not happening. So we'll Wild Tackle, and now I can just I don't need to take a multi-prize knockout next turn. I just need to use Slowbro basically. Like I would obviously prefer to just use like the Clefable and take 2. But I don't necessarily need to. I guess what's kind of weird with how my bench is structured. Like if I go next turn for like swing with Flapple, for example, and bench as a root and just be basically Zoroark away from just using Slowbro and winning the game, my opponent like knows that and can just go boss care Zorua. So we'll have to kind of be careful here. Like where if we swing with the Clefable, we can maybe still be alright. Or maybe I even swing with Gallade next turn. Get double Zorua on the bench. Yeah, that's probably the call. Swing with Gallade and be there to close with either option. I mean, Slowbro's much easier. Oh, but this card exists. I could like even, well, I don't want to use the Phantom Transformation early. So there's just that Brainwave for the knockout. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing with the Swirling Slice, keep their Burst Energy live. Okay, we get the Scovillains. We'll put back in Gallade. We'll put back in 2 Zoruas. And like the reason we just do both of these. Well, did I need that? No, because my opponent has 2 prizes left. I need to put back in all that sauce. I think it's okay though. I'm gonna get the one Zoroark just so I have it and they're like thinking about it. But I don't want to draw all of them in case of an Iono, so let's just like at the end of the day it doesn't really matter with how few cards I have left. Let's play as smart as possible, shall we? Get rid of the Scovillain. Now we use the Gallade and thin out a support. I don't even know if we have any supporters to find. Not that like we just have to put ourselves in the best possible give ourselves the best possible odds of using Slowbro next turn, basically. So thinning out the deck as best of our ability this turn. And we should be pretty much guaranteed to get there next turn with double refinement. I can like go ahead and yeet into the Slowbro and just put the reversal energy on it and just be like, you have to have this. Yeah, I like even if they go for like some sort of trap play, I don't know why it makes me select the ability twice. I feel for you Zorobox players, live makes this deck so much more clunky. I'll move the damage counters off just so Clefable also has to still be a relevant option. Not that like Slowbro is like so much easier. Like unless they like drop the Lost City, that's like the only way that ends up mattering really. So I can put the energy on Slowbro, and they're kind of trapped. My opponents, if they go boss KO Slowbro, they're not taking my hands away, and then I just press Twilight Inspiration, or I can just easily get the Twilight Inspiration again next turn and win. My opponent plays Iono on me to take my hand away. I'm like still drawing a lot of cards. Now I'm behind, so Slowbro can just win. Like really, the only out that they have is like boss Lost City and guard. I mean, they're playing Temple of Sinnoh, but Temple is much more standard than something like Lost City. I guess even their own Temple of Sinnoh wouldn't really. If they went like, okay, they boss and then the second temple, that's like probably our most realistic loss condition here. Because they can't trap us thanks to Jet Energy. I'd just really be the other temple, I guess. Other temple plus bosses over just. Because like the way we did it with the swirling slice there and putting energy back on the Slowbro, it removes like the whiffing energy variable off of this. Like even though that's like still not especially high, it is possible. So, and my opponent actually just doesn't have attack yet, which is like kind of hilarious. Okay, this is interesting. I'm probably using Jet Energy Flapple then just to take this knock. Okay. Opponent just says your move. Okay. Yeah, we still have all the Jets in deck. We're still more than fine. Get rid of the Electivire. I mean, yeah, we're tied on prizes though, so Jet is not going to be, or a lot of these reversal energy attackers just not going to be a factor at all. For Cologne, we found the Jet Energy, so then I can just Phantom transform into Flapple, Jet into the Flapple, and once I guess that this was my, where's Flapple? Oh yeah, Flapple's right here. I'm like, no, what happened to Flapple? So once again, my opponent really doesn't have a whole lot that they can do. Like even if they do pull out a Temple of Sinnoh now, I can just win the game with Flapple. I guess they have to go like Big Guardy, Boss KO Slowbro, and just hope I don't have Boss. So, I mean, we know that that's not working out for them. I mean, I could have padded back in another Boss, but they can't play Boss and Iono in the same turn, so we're fine pretty much regardless. There's a Thorton. Hello, Thorton. Okay. Like barring something like Temple Yakumo, like something totally ridiculous like that. Oh, are they gonna drop the slap down? Nope, they're just gonna evolve into Big Guardy, boss out the Slowbro. They're just gonna say, you know what, buddy, you have to have boss, but I have access to my entire deck, so, and I just straight up have one hand. Yeah, this is the play my opponent has to make. It just isn't super great for them. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm hitting for 150 with Acidic Mucus, so, like, you know, they smell like, somehow I had, like, I mean, there like, isn't anything that they could do to, like, take 2 abilities out of play. They have Surge, Penny. Alright. Here we go. So it wasn't exactly a pretty start. We still got the dub there with Zorobox into Gardevoir EX.